Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It is 11:26 in the morning. I'm just pulling back in to the parking lot at my home group. I came here for the 10 o'clock meeting, had a fantastic meeting, amazing. There were only about 10 of us in attendance, so it wasn't the most densely populated meeting, but really great discussion, mostly on step 3, making a decision to turn our will and our lives over. And just really great discussion. There was one gentleman visiting us from Chicago, and he put it out there, hey, if anyone's willing to give me a ride back to my hotel, because I think his Uber here was $20. He was like, hey, if anyone can give me a ride back to the hotel. So I gave him a ride back to his hotel. He's staying right down the street of the Tuscany Hotel and Casino, whatever it is. So it was very convenient. And I thought, well, let me go grab something to eat. But then I thought, my friend Sandy is hosting the 11:30 Daily Reflections meeting. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to see my friend Sandy. I'm going to stay sober for another hour, and it can't be wrong. But I am hungry. Blah, blah, blah. Sandy usually brings peanut butter cookies with her when she hosts this meeting, so I'll just have some cookies for breakfast. What was I going to tell you? Yeah, I don't know, something. I'll tell you later. Looks like I got a piece of breakfast cupcake. No judgment, a second cupcake. They were going to throw them away. I had to have another one. It's my breakfast. All right, I'm at Walmart. I got the loudest carriage possible. Just here to pick up some non-perishable things to eat while I'm in San Antonio on my trip tonight. Right, so y'all know that I'm not meal prepping these days, right? Because I'm lazy. I just don't want to do it. I just find it to be so fatiguing. I don't know, just packing all that food and like carrying it around for 4 days. And I don't want it once I have it in my bag for a couple of days. So I am at Walmart. Just gonna pick up a couple of cans of soup, which is really simple. I'm gonna grab 2 of these Southwest style black bean soups because it just looks good to me. Oh, this is black bean and this is lentil. All right, that sounds fine. A lot of protein for a lentil soup. I'm just gonna grab a couple cans of soup. So I am gonna eat on the way to the airport tonight. My report time is until 11 o'clock tonight. I've got 1 2.5 hour flight to San Antonio, 28 hours, something like that in San Antonio. So I can grab something or I'll have these cans of soup. And then the next day, day 3, we fly San Antonio to Fort Lauderdale. We've got 2.5 hours in Fort Lauderdale. So I'll just grab a couple empanadas or something there. They're very satisfying and very yummy and cheap. And I'll eat those. And I'm just going back to Vegas afterwards. So meal prepping and carrying food around for 3 days just seems like a silly idea for such a short, easy trip. So, and that's the whole month. I'm doing San Antonio, and then most of my other trips are going to be like to Newark instead. Also, lots of food options there. So this is my idea of meal prepping today. This look interesting. Instead of instant noodles, instant lentils, Mexican green chili, Thai coconut curry, home-style chili. I think I'm going to pick up a couple of these and check these out and see. This might be nice on the plane or in the hotel room. I'm kind of excited. That looks good. And for $3.50? Yes, please. And I'm looking at these granola bars and snacks behind me thinking I should buy something like this for the plane or maybe something to nibble on while I'm playing a video game in my hotel room. And then I'm remembering I was at Trader Joe's yesterday, and which is a dangerous place really. And I remember buying a bag of peanut butter stuffed pretzels, which I'm weak for. And where did I put those? I just realized I put them in the freezer. So I don't know. So I don't need to buy more snacks. I've got snacks. This cart is so loud. Hey guys, how are ya? So I've got about 45 minutes before I have to be at my gate. I've just pulled into the employee parking area and I took my uniform shirt off so I could actually look at you face to face. Today's been lovely. I went to 2 meetings. I did my little good deed dropping that guy off at the hotel. And then I did a little shopping, farted around at home, tried to take a nap, but Buddy and Eleanor had different ideas about that. They were both very active and vocal and wanted lots of love, and I was happy to give it to them. But I am gonna wish I had a nap, because we've got maybe a 2.5 hour flight to San Antonio. But by the time we get there, it's still going to be very early in the morning for me to end a day. But I'm going to try and get some caffeine in the airport. I've been listening to a podcast that was hosted by Anderson Cooper. And he was interviewing this woman who had written a book on her experience with grief and mourning. Now, her grief, the origin of the stuff she was sharing in the book, was when she lost her 6.5-year-old son, who had a congenital heart problem. He died very young, and then a year later she lost her husband to a horrible hiking accident. And the book was, and her interview was focusing a little bit on the process of literally losing her son, like in the moment of losing her son. And then when she was told of her husband's demise, what her body went through, her psyche, what happened to her brain and her spirit, her soul, how broken she was, and it was an amazing description of grief, deep bone grinding grief. And I'm very familiar with those feelings. And then Anderson Cooper was sharing some of his own experience. He lost his father when he was very, very, very young. And then he lost his brother to suicide. And when Anderson was sharing, because he was probably around the same age I was when I lost my brother, I think the difference is I saw my brother be killed under the back wheel of a pickup truck. I don't know how Anderson's father passed away. I don't know if he witnessed it. But the way that Anderson was talking about his experience of grief, that particular brand of grief, from his childhood, looking at it with the eyes of a middle-aged man and the feelings he has around those and how he's processed and how he hasn't processed that grief. It was just really a powerful podcast. And it was hopeful at the same time, but it was also very sad. But, yeah, so it's been a very strange day, full of ups and downs and across the boards. I'm going to be flying off to San Antonio. I think I already told you that. It's about a 2.5-hour flight, so I'll be fine. But let me put my work uniform shirt on, and then there's the parking lot security. Nice to see that they exist. And I'm going to head to work, so I'll see you later. All right? I stopped at Shake Shack for a soda and a chicken sandwich, which looks very yummy. It's actually too hot to eat right now, but I am very much looking forward to that. This isn't creepy at all. I'm the first person on board. It is cold. It is dark. I am the second most senior person on the flight. I suspect that the senior person might want to fly C in the back. In that case, I'll fly lead. If she chooses to fly up in front, I think I might fly C. A lot of people don't like flying C anymore because there's a lot of reading to do. We don't do a recorded announcement, so we have to do a lot of the announcements. But I think I might fly C. There's only 3 legs on this trip, so if she flies lead, I'll fly C. If not, I'll fly lead. There we go. That's the plan. And happy Cinco de Mayo. And hello there. Welcome to San Antonio. A very nice flight. 2 hours and 15 minutes from Vegas to San Antonio. Most of our passengers slept the entire time. It was very nice. The young lady I'm working with up in front is a love. An absolute love. Super, super sweet. Really nice to work with. No complaints. Really easy day. There is something going on. It's called Festa something. There's like a festival week. It's not Cinco de Mayo, but it kind of looks like it. I don't know. But today is also Cinco de Mayo. Some of my coworkers are thinking about going down to the Riverwalk. I've been a couple times. I'm done. Thank you. Had the experience, I'm finished, but it might be super crowded because of these 2 events coinciding on the same day, so I'm probably going to avoid that. I was thinking of going to the museum but I was just there probably just a few months ago. So if I can't think of anything else to do, I might still go to the museum. It was a beautiful museum. I've got my laptop, so I could just play some video games if I want to. There is supposed to be some storms that will threaten a couple times tomorrow, but I think for the most part it should be okay. It's supposed to be hot though, but we are in San Antonio. I am about to unpack my bag, and I wanted to show you what I'm actually carrying for this trip and maybe for future 1-day trips and 2 or 3-day trips. It's a Tumi bag that I've had for years and years and years, and I honestly almost forgot I had it hanging in the garage somewhere, and I just looked up and saw it, and I'm like, oh, why aren't I using that? So I'm going to show you what bag I'm carrying and what I've managed to put in it. I got tired of carrying my rollerboard, my rolling tote, and a lunch bag. So I'm carrying minimal stuff with me. But I'm very happy with how I packed this bag. Let me show you. If you see my legs, I am wearing undies, so I'm not doing an X-rated show here. So this is the Tumi equivalent of my rolling tote bag from Travel Pro. Tumi's just got so much organization, so much fantastic quality. Only problem with Tumi is that these bags are already heavy when they're empty. It's ridiculous. But so this little pocket over here would hold a bottle of water. It goes all the way down, or it would hold a wet umbrella also. Very, very nice. There's a small little pocket for little things here. This pocket over here, I literally had a giant energy drink at the bottom of the pocket. But inside here, I just have like a spare watch. I always have a mechanical watch on me just in case. Some hand lotion, an MP3 player, and just lots and lots of odds and ends, pens, things I need on the plane, cutlery for my dinner. What else is in here? Caffeine pills, whole bunch of stuff inside this pocket right here. And if you remember, I bought these things at the supermarket today. I got these cookies at Trader Joe's. I just couldn't resist these ginger thins. But if you open this bag, if you unzip this zipper along the side, it opens up a whole new compartment, which is where I had these things. I've zipped it closed just because it's convenient. So if you open the top here, what else fell? My pens and my passport. So inside here, I literally have my Sabbat heat, my Stojo collapsible bowl, a big shirt, a pair of pants, a pair of shorts, both of which match the shirt really well, a pair of Sperry topsiders with a belt, 2 cans of Progresso soup, because I always have soup in my suitcase. So this huge area here holds all of that, or it also holds this, because when I bought it, this actually came. This separate bag, this separate small tote bag, actually fits inside of the regular bag, which you can use as a laptop sleeve if you want to, if you have a small laptop. But that is that large compartment. And on this side, inside this larger zip area, is where I had my 18-inch laptop in here. It doesn't quite close, but it's safe. And I've got a couple, I always have a couple birthday cards in my bag because passengers frequently have birthdays and travel with us. And on this side, I've got the charging block for my laptop and the cords and all that. And that's it. This bag holds an enormous amount of things. And so it's the perfect bag for me to carry on a 3-day trip or on a turn or whatever. This bag, which fits inside this one, this is a tag I got on Amazon. I have, what do I have in here? Energy drinks. In this pocket, I have most of my things that belong in my DOP kit. Allergy pills, my sleeping aid, my toothbrush and toothpaste, and little bit of fragrance, my denture stuff. So all of my toiletries go inside here. And inside here, this compartment, I've got my work device. I've got this little zippered pouch that holds all of my charging cables for my phone and my watch and my tablet. And what else is in here? What else is in here? Oh, my external batteries. And I had an umbrella in here, but I think I took it out by accident. But this bag holds all of my required items, plus all the things I have here. I mean, I have a lot of crap. And it all fit in these bags. I'm super, super happy. During tomorrow, I'm probably going to eat both of these cans of soups, probably one of these, and this energy drink. So I'll have much less to fit in this bag. But that is what I now carry for work. I didn't point out the extra underwear and socks that are also in the bag. I just didn't think you want to see my undies. Yeah, no. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, it is 3:07. It is 3:08 in the afternoon. I don't know what time it was that I actually got to sleep. I suspect I don't even know what time it was. I think I got into the room like 5 o'clock, 5:30, something like that this morning, local time. Yeah, I have no idea what time I actually got to sleep because I had a little snack, I unpacked my bag, talked to you for a moment, and then I just kind of farted around for a few minutes playing a game on my phone. So I eventually got to sleep. I woke up shocked awake because I heard my phone go off. It was someone calling me. Nobody ever calls me. Someone was calling me, and just the sound from my phone shocked me so much that I thought I was like a crew member calling me late for the shuttle or something. Maybe I was having a nightmare, but I for a moment thought that I was late for work. And I literally threw myself out of bed only to realize it was my phone ringing from someone on the West Coast. Yeah, so I was startled awake. I did get back to sleep, woke up around 2 o'clock, and thought, well, the day is gone. There's a meeting a few miles away at 5:30 p.m. tonight, so I was thinking of maybe doing that. There's supposed to be pretty significant thunder showers today, all kind of sporadic. So, do I want to go down to the Riverwalk again? I've been there so many times, and it's not been like the most amazing experience. So, do I do that? I didn't know the Alamo was really close to the Pearl. I'm thinking maybe I could do the Alamo, but it is like 3 o'clock. I don't know what to do. I might just end up having soup in my hotel room. Doesn't that sound exciting? We'll see. I did put clothes on just in case. Isn't this a fun shirt? I love this pattern. It's by Orvis, one of my favorite brands. But blah, blah, blah. I've been trying to figure out how to open the sliding glass door, and then I realized there's a lock. All I have to do is do that, and now I can open this door. And it's very steamy out here. It's not very hot, but it is super humid. I really can't show you much of the pool area because I can't indicate where the hotel is, but that is the pool. It's very humid, and those birds are very birdy right now. Isn't this pretty? What a great afternoon. It's a little overcast. There have been some storms that have passed by, but I really decided I wanted to leave my room. I have been down here a number of times. This is so pretty. So pretty. I've been down here a number of times. I don't remember ever being this quiet. There's like nobody down here practically. I'm going to walk around for a bit and then aim myself in the direction of the Alamo. I think I'll have time to get there and maybe walk around for a bit. If not, I'll save that for another layover. But really nice afternoon. All right, so somebody tell me, is this the Riverwalk? Is this what is supposed to be the Riverwalk? Because I always hear people talk about, oh, the Riverwalk, let's go down the Riverwalk, and it's so exciting. And every time I'm down here, there are people jogging or walking their dogs, but that's it. It's like some residential neighborhood. So maybe I'm in the wrong spot to find it terribly exciting, but yeah. Hello? Hi. Oh, are you a stray cat? I think you are. Come here, honey. Oh, I think you're a stray cat. You have a clipped ear. Oh my God. Oh my God. And you're skinny. I wish I could take you home with me. Oh my God. Hi, honey. Oh my God. I wish I had something to give you for food. Oh my God, guys, I'm dying right now. I am dying. I am literally dying that I cannot take this cat home. She's super skinny. Oh, honey. Oh, don't bite me, honey. Oh, don't bite me. Oh my God, guys. Oh, I'm dying. Literally, my heart hurts right now. I want to take that cat home with me. Oh my God. The way it was meowing. I don't know where that cat went, but oh my God, my heart hurts that I can't feed that cat right now. I am going to walk in the direction of the Alamo. It is having me walk along the Riverwalk, so apparently this is indeed the Riverwalk. Maybe there'll be something interesting along the way. We'll find out together. I think I showed you this shirt earlier. I love this shirt. This is the outfit of the day, wearing this plaid shirt, pair of navy shorts, and some Sperry topsiders. That's my outfit of the day. And still walking. We've got a little wildlife, some mallards over there. And look at these turtles. How fun. Fun. Love turtles. And we've seen these fish before. They are in shadow right now. All you can see those. They're giant fish. They must be 6 feet long, 6.5 feet long each. Kind of fun. I had one person jog past me. Somebody walked past me walking a dog, but that's about as exciting as the Riverwalk has been today. There's more wildlife. I don't want to scare it. It's some variety of heron or something. It is stalking something very slowly. See its feet moving really quietly. I'm probably interrupting its dinner. Let me leave. I'm not quite sure why I'm always irritated that there doesn't seem to ever be anything interesting happening on the Riverwalk here, because I always hear it's so much fun, but I never see anything happening down here. I'm not quite sure why it bothers me, because I really don't like being around that many people anyway. It has turned out to be a stunner of a day. It was raining earlier, pretty serious thunder showers going through, but it has turned into a stunningly beautiful day. Not too humid, little breeze, just perfect. GPS is having me leave the Riverwalk and head up here somewhere. Little bird. Hi, little bird. I promise I'm not chasing you. Okay. Now where? I really don't want to know what's going on there. The sign says Hot Joy, now open over here. It's called Pumpers Adult Burger Store. I'm gonna stay on this side of the street. Oh my goodness. Apparently Fiesta, which is a big thing, ended yesterday, and that is just fine with me. That probably explains why everything is so quiet, and that the party ended yesterday. I think the Alamo is down this way. I'm sweating my balls off. It is very humid, and there's an outdoor, well, it's a gym, but all the walls on the outside open up, so it's sort of an outdoor gym. They're all working out. I am sweating my balls just walking. But I think I'm maybe halfway there, maybe a little bit closer. Okay. The architecture suggests that I'm getting closer. Whew. I feel like I have been walking for 10 miles, but it's just shy of a mile, honestly. And I feel like I've walked through 5 different neighborhoods. But, yeah, I think I'm going that way. Up on some sort of restoration project. And I see a wall, I see a sign, I see people walking that way. Alright. Ooh, I gotta find a bathroom. There's some preservation happening. I actually have to look up this word. I do not know what cenotaph is or means or... So that is being worked on there. It's been a long time since I had to look up a word. But I think... Oh, is that the Alamo right there? Is that it? No, that can't be it. The Mission San Antonio de Valero. I think it's on my left. There it is. There it is. Oh, that's fantastic. All right. Now I'm assuming I can buy tickets over there somewhere. The Alamo. Not the United States' most brilliant shining moment in history, from what I understand, but this isn't a brilliant time in history either, so I wonder if this is the end. Let's go ask the Welcome Center people where the entrance is. So, oh, there's an H&M. Apparently, after 4 o'clock, you do not need a ticket. The ticket, I think, is normally $20. So, a very nice guy at the Welcome Center suggested I go in this direction and talk to this guy over here. So, let's go inside. The Alamo. Hi, how are you? This is amazing. It's bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. Please remember the Alamo Church is a place of reverence and reflection. We ask that you kindly lower your voice and remove your hat. For here, heroes died to a blaze of trails for all Texans. Okay, so use our indoor voice. The sacristy is a traditional space where the priests prepare for services, but this sacristy has been much more than that. Missionaries held masses here, and I'm sure you could read this yourself. So I'll give you a moment. And there you are. Please do not touch or lean. Okay, this is a sacred space. This makes me think of where the bishops and cardinals and all those folks, whoever has to decide who the next pope is. This is the area that I imagine them having to sequester themselves into. I'm completely ignorant of the process of selecting a new pope, obviously. The history. The baptismal and confessional. Originally, the 2 small gated rooms on either side of the entrance were used for religious purposes, a baptistry and confessional during the Battle of the Alamo in 1836. However, these rooms served as powder magazines for the 3 cannons the defenders positioned in the apse of the church. The bases of the church's bell towers, no longer present, were accessed through the 2 doors overhead. A choir loft originally connected the 2 upper rooms. Okay. Interesting. Moisture monitoring in progress. Well, I can tell you it's hot and humid. Okay. It's beautiful. Hi, how are you? Middle-aged. My standard answer to how are you, middle-aged.
Okay,
But
I want you to know,
yes.
you need to go into, this was called the temporary sacristy.
Okay.
This is where the priest, there's a door over there, they would come in and prepare for Mass. The confessional, the baptistry, and this room here, the sacristy, were the only parts of the Alamo that had a roof. And that's why they had Mass in there. It'll talk about the frescoes. They were beautiful painted frescoes, and then when the military came in about 1847, they whitewashed over it.
The military,
yeah,
always the military.
it started peeling off,
Yeah.
and they exposed. You'll be able to see some original frescoes, very faint. But it's also where the women and children were housed during the battle. So go in. It's only a 3-minute video. Just hang in there till it's your turn to go see the video.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
That's
thank
the
you,
only
thank
way
you.
to get to see it.
Oh, that's exciting. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we stopped. Well, thank goodness for her. I would have just walked right by. All right, so there's a short video. I have to wait for that 3-minute long video there. Is this just graffiti?
This is caused by U.S. Army soldiers
Oh.
in 1846.
Oh, all right. It's graffiti written by guys of the U.S. Army in 1846, the guy very cheerfully told me. So there's a short video that's 3 minutes long that's supposed to direct us to where to look for the evidence of the original frescoes that were whitewashed over by the military. But interesting, the guy just told me about this. I thought it was graffiti, like you see in Valley of Fire, but it was actually from the occupying U.S. soldiers back. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So there's apparently evidence of frescoes on the walls over here that we'll hopefully get to see. There's a short film, I think I said that already, it's like 3 minutes long, to give us some direction into how to look for it, some of the history of it. So there is just the film, and this is the suggestion of what these frescoes originally looked like here in this space. Those windows would have been here. Can you see the very faint evidence?
Glass right in front of it. They're all pretty faint and really, really tough to see.
Wow.
Just fragments for almost 300 years.
Yeah, you can see that. You can
Thanks
see
for coming
them.
out. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day.
Wow. During that film, there was just this short animation of women and children hunkering down and hiding in that little room during the battle, and I literally was almost brought to tears. Just, I can't imagine. But here we go. We're inside the Alamo, guys. I never thought I would come here. And the history of the Alamo church and walls. The history of the limestone walls of the Alamo Church are roughly 4 feet thick on average, which would keep it kind of cool in the summer, you know. Inside those walls, the Texans positioned 3 cannons atop a 12-foot high elevated platform of earth and wood. A long ramp extended from the top of the platform to the church entryway. It was here that some of the final fighting of the Battle of the Alamo took place. According to an eyewitness, the last of the defenders continued to resist the Mexican army from the pitch dark end of the church. I really, honestly, I hate to say I'm admittedly not completely familiar with the history of the Alamo, but for some reason, I don't imagine the Mexicans were really the bad guys. This is just what I know in my ignorant little mind. But here we talk about some of the conservation. I am going to be doing a little Googling on the history of the Alamo. But I'm going to show you. I'm sure Wikipedia shouldn't be my sole source of information regarding the Alamo. I'm sure it was a very complex story, but it seems like the Mexicans were just trying to retake what they thought was theirs, meaning Texas, and I totally understand that. I mean, I understand that, but yeah, I'm sure it's much more complicated than that, but I've been ignorant of larger things in the past. But I'm going to take one more glance around. This isn't really the largest site, and I didn't expect it to be, but I'm going to take one more glance around with you so you can enjoy the sights and sounds, and then I'm going to find a restroom because, oh my goodness, it's time for the little boys' room. But here's take another look about the Alamo, and here we are. I can't imagine, you know, I'm walking around here, I'm walking around hearing from a distance, hearing his voice and hearing voices from people behind me. I can only imagine, the walls are 4 feet thick, so sound is going to bounce around. Can you imagine the sounds of the battle from inside here? If you're a Texan trying to defend what you think is yours from the Mexicans who are literally scaling the walls and coming in through the windows and over the roof. And could you imagine the sounds of the gunshots and the screaming and the yelling and the... Could you imagine? Insanity. Insanity. What people fight over and die over, you know? Crazy. All right. I hear there's a lavatory somewhere out to the right-hand side over there somewhere. But there's a gift shop. Let's go to the gift shop. Oh. Okay. Let's go in the gift shop. View your photos. You know, pretty much any of these destinations, before you walk in, they take a photograph of you so they can sell it to you shortly after. I just say thank you, no thank you. It's a big gift shop, though. We need a magnet for my refrigerator.
Okay.
Oh. Looks like a rat sitting on top of a bottle of Pinot Noir. Okay. Were the people in Mexico wearing raccoon caps? I don't think that was the time, no? Or place. All right. Oh, I almost said excuse me to this guy here. All right. Magnets. I'm gonna buy this magnet. It's cool, it's heavy, it's metal. It's also $15. I just don't know. These days, as much as I love having magnets on my refrigerator, I must have $1,000 worth of magnets on my refrigerator, so I'm just going to appreciate this on the video and pass by. I think I might be done collecting magnets for my refrigerator. Outdoors, outside of the Alamo, I asked for the little boys' room or the restroom, and he said, over the bridge. Apparently this is the bridge, because there's water down here with giant koi. Look how cool they are. Look how cool they are. Huge. That's got to be 16, 18 inches long. Longer. Oh my god, they are massive. That could be a screensaver. That's so cool. Those are monstrous. They're huge. They're gorgeous. Oh, the birds are flying in the sky. Pigeons taking a little rest. And there's like a little camp over here. And restrooms. Gotta go, gotta go. There's a pretty little sunflower, although it does seem a little incongruent in the environs. This oak tree planted in 1965 to celebrate the anniversary of said environs. And yeah, this was definitely worth coming down to. I'm glad I came down. I'm also glad I came down at the right time, because I think I mentioned after 4 o'clock, you don't have to pay. You just walk through. And yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Definitely want to look more into the history of the Alamo. I think the gift shop building is particularly pretty, with that little bell in the front and those little urn forms. It's really quite nice. All right, I am going to probably check out the neighborhood. It doesn't seem to be that hopping. Check out the neighborhood for a few minutes and then make my way back to the hotel room via probably Lyft, and then eat something in the room, because I am starving, and I got 2 cans of soup and those instant lentils in the room, so I'm gonna eat there. I'll see you there. Look how cute this little squirrel is. He was trying to nibble on fern leaves. Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh, I love squirrels. I love squirrels. We don't have them in Vegas. We have cockroaches and crickets. Oh, he's dancing around. Oh. He is trying to eat anything. Oh, look, he is having a good old time. Oh, I am hungry. I've got food in the room, but this sign is very appealing. Huh. Gelato. Huh. Sorry. Pizza by the slice, but that does not look very appealing. I think I will wait for my soup at the hotel. So the Alamo is down there. There's some sort of mall over here. Every city I seem to be in lately has an observation. Oh my gosh. That just scared the pants off of me. Oh, this is a unmarked Suburban. Every city I seem to be in lately has some sort of observation tower that's built in the 60s. There's actually an elevator car dropping from it right now. This is an interesting piece of public art here. It's huge, monstrous, and yeah, well, let's head back to the hotel room. I'm hot, and I think I'm getting too much sun. I stopped at McDonald's to get myself a Diet Coke. Whoever was in that unmarked vehicle outside was of some importance. Everyone at the counter here kind of stopped what they were doing and came over kind of quietly to see, like, to get close to whoever, I don't know who they were, but so a cenotaph, I had to look it up. A cenotaph, I'm surprised I did not know this word. A cenotaph is a monument built to someone who died elsewhere. So it's not like a tombstone, but a monument to the people who died at another location. There you go. Cenotaph. I just had the best Lyft driver ever. I know that I'm always saying that, but I just had the best driver. He was so funny. He's in construction, but absolutely hysterical. I told him he needs to find some open mic somewhere and perform. Just his speaking voice, his charisma, his immediate rapport with me as I got in the car. Really fantastic guy. Just like we were both the highlights of each other's day. You know, it was just really a great time in a Lyft. Who knew? Where's my room? So I was telling him about my interpretation of what I saw at the Alamo, and he said, yeah, spot on. Spot on. Yeah, what an experience. I'm gonna heat up some soup. I want to take a nap because I'm a little tired, but if I do take a nap, I'm not going to sleep tonight, so I'm going to try and stay awake and maybe just play some video games, relax, fart around online, and I will see you either later on tonight before I go to bed, or tomorrow morning on the way to... Where are we going tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's going to be hell. Tomorrow's going to be hell. We're flying from here in San Antonio to Fort Lauderdale. We have a 2.5 hour sit, and then we fly to Vegas. Oh, God, shoot me. But It's money. It's money. Where the hell is my room? I think I'm in the right direction. I'll see you later. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. It is, well, I know, it doesn't look like a good morning, does it? It looks like a Stephen, you need to go back to sleep morning. It is. But I can't. It is 8:07 a.m. I need to be downstairs by about 8:20 in order to get the shuttle. All I have to do is put my pants on, my shirt on, my shoes on. Otherwise, I'm good to go. So everything else is packed up. I've eaten breakfast in the room, and yeah, I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I just feel very sleepy. I woke up, I went to sleep. I woke up, I went to sleep. It was like playing tennis with myself last night, trying to get to sleep. But I probably got roughly 6 hours interrupted sleep. Just, it was not valuable. But I've got lots of caffeine and I should be fine. Again, just a very long day ahead of us. My feet are chewed up. I got in the shower. I thought my feet were fine. I got in the shower, and the moment the water hit my feet, sizzle, like I wouldn't call it a searing pain, but like a sizzling pain across the tops of my toes, where they rubbed against the leather of the shoe while I was wearing them yesterday. I never wear socks. I wear them for work because I'm supposed to. It's part of a uniform. But I hate wearing socks, especially with shorts. I mean, who wears socks with shorts, right? Maybe you do. I don't. I don't like them. Yeah, so, but the leather chewed up the tops of my toes, so they hurt. Once they dry out, I think they'll be fine again. I'll be putting socks in. But why am I spending so much time talking about the tops of my toes? Why are you listening? We don't know, do we? I need to get ready for work. I will see you guys hopefully in Fort Lauderdale, maybe with some empanadas. Let's go. The weather is not looking too friendly, and there's some thunder happening in the background. Gosh. It's a quiet day in San Antonio. Oh, what's that? What's that? It's like the gravity of Jupiter. I can't resist. Well, Cinnabon had the gravity of Jupiter until I met the guy behind the counter. He made buying a Cinnabon so miserable that I decided to skip it, which is probably best for my belly, right? I don't think I need anything. Let's just head to the gate. I don't know how someone can make buying a Cinnabon frustrating, but he did. There you go. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. We took a little pit stop over by the ocean. Yeah, I wish. You pass from F gates to G gates at the airport here in Fort Lauderdale. You're going to see this wall full of artwork that is actually done by employees here at the airport. And I'm just finding these two. They're by Antonio Lopez. This is a scene from Pulp Fiction he's painted, and I think this is hysterical. This is hysterical. It's Mickey Mouse and all of his adventures. But some really amazing artwork produced by employees here at the airport. Isn't that wild? Yeah, fantastic. All right, I need some empanadas. We have about 2 hours before we have to be at our gate. Deep sigh. This painting, it's by Robert Huff. And this is something that really belongs in a museum. I'm sure more people see it at the airport than would see it in a museum, but I really do hope people enjoy this. Look at that. That's really, really beautifully done. Beautiful piece. And big. All right, empanadas. This is where I'm going to spend the next couple hours. Got some empanadas, bottle of water, my phone. I am good to go. Very nice. I have to show you.
It's black and white.
It's not. Is it
black and white?
Looks like
and
purple
clear.
to me.
Tints of.
Looks like diamonds.
Isn't that
This
pretty?
gentleman
Take a picture and blow it up.
is a glass blower, and he makes these pieces of jewelry.
I think I'm gonna go with that
And
one.
he's giving us these little. He's going to
Put in your
give
pocket.
each
So
one of
sweet.
these
Put it in your wallet.
little glass hearts
Okay.
to keep
Put
in
it
our
in your
pockets.
wallet.
I am so amazed.
Perfect. Thank you guys.
They're beautiful
And one
little
for
things.
you.
I don't know which one I would take.
I know I was sitting here,
Well,
but I
let's
took
see,
this
that's-
one.
Goodness, it's hot. It's Florida. It shouldn't be a surprise. And I'm based in Vegas, so you know. So this really isn't much. It's just the humidity. Right, welcome back to Las Vegas. just walked out of the airport. The clouds are gorgeous with those palm trees. Sometimes living in Vegas is a drag, but sometimes it's just gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to get to the car. I'm going to take off my uniform shirt, and I'm going to do a little debrief on today. Today has been emotional. Up and down, back and forth. I'll let you know all about it once I get to the car. But look at those clouds. Aren't they pretty? So gorgeous. I don't know if this is going to focus, but I wanted to show you before the sun set and it was too dark. But this is a little glass, handmade glass heart that a passenger made. And I'll tell you all about how I got it, why he gave it to me, and what kind of solace this was to me after sort of a challenging emotion. So I'll tell you about that once I get in the car. But look how sweet this is. Where is that little heart? Where's my heart? Oh, here's my heart. It's in my pocket. I wanted to show you this little heart again. This is that heart that artist made. Actually, it looks like a pulled tooth on camera. So I'm going to put this back in my phone. I'm going to put it over here. Hey guys, how are you? So I want to do I can't even talk. I wanted to do a little debrief of part of what the second leg of our day was like, because it was an unusual experience, unsettling, but also rewarding at the same time. So I spent most of our 3-hour sit in a rocking chair eating empanadas, so it really could have been much worse. Eventually, I moved over to our gate area, and the gate was pretty full. Over in one corner, there was someone kind of dancing rhythmically and really making these grand gestures, and they were clearly dancing. Their back was to me, and I couldn't quite guess their gender because of just the sort of the way they were dressed. I wasn't quite sure. It didn't matter, but they were dancing vigorously over in the corner, and pretty much everyone in the gate area was amused because they were dancing so passionately in the corner there by themselves. And I looked over and I saw that there's actually a laptop there, and they are doing like a Zumba class on their laptop in the airport. It was a little interesting, a little out of the ordinary. You don't usually see people being that vigorous in dancing in a gate at the airport in Fort Lauderdale. And, you know, pretty much everyone in the gate area was amused, but what do you do? It's not like they're killing kittens, you know, they're just dancing. So we sat there. I just sat there waiting for my flight. And a young person, I looked up, and this young person was, I thought, filming me with their camera, which is fine. But it turns they were filming behind me, that person dancing. And you could tell just by their attitude and the sneer on their face, like Mean Girls. You know, in Mean Girls, the movie, there's this air of maliciousness. That's kind of the word I want to use. And they're filming and laughing at this person who's sort of dancing over in the corner. And honestly, I'm in uniform, so I can't say what I want to say, and I have to behave as a representative of my company, but I also can't let this pass. I can't let it continue, because I do feel responsible for the people in that gate. They're going to be on my plane. These are passengers that are trusting us to care for them, and I couldn't stand by and let this person, you know, film maliciously and then, you know, post it wherever, Facebook, YouTube. Look at the crazy person at the airport. So I did walk over, and I said, hey, you know, are you filming that person over there? And they said, yeah, they're clearly unwell. And I'm like, okay, well, and I said, is that the solution? To film them? If they're unwell, is that the solution? I'm not trying to shame this person. I'm not trying to, you know, be a vigilante, but I had to say something. Is this the solution? And they looked at me like, well, I was just filming because they looked like they were drunk. And I'm like, okay, I just care, watching out for that person. Because I care about them as much as I care about you. So, you know, please just honor each other, you know, and that's all I did. I mean, I don't even know if I said that honor each other thing, but that's what I meant. They stopped filming. And then I walk over to the gate, and I'm talking to the gate agent, and this guy comes over and to ask a question. He's wearing these handmade, he made them himself. He's a glass worker. He made these little hearts that he had on chains, and they're gorgeous. And so myself and the gate agent both commented on his jewelry, and he said, oh, I made these myself. And he pulls out this little baggie that looks like a dime bag, honestly, full of little colored stones or whatever. But he opens them up and he spills them onto the counter there, and they're little glass hearts, little lamp work glass hearts that he's made himself, and he sells through his website and his gallery in Laguna Beach, I think he said. He said, take one. It's a little pocket heart. You can carry some love around with you. After that experience with the person dancing and filming, I needed a little bit of love in my pocket, which sounds really bad too. But so I chose one eventually, and the gate agent took one, and then he offered one to the woman behind him who was also acknowledging the beauty of his things. And it was just the sweetest moment. It was so sweet. And then both people, the dancer and the photographer, excuse me, got on my plane, sitting just a couple rows apart. It turns out that the person dancing was in their 70s, mid to late 70s, and they have a lot of joint issues. And sitting still and sitting in the airport for an extended amount of time was painful. And so they've discovered that if they do this little dance, it's a Zumba class that they have on their laptop, that it relieves the pain and the pressure and they feel better. And I'm like, and we had this beautiful conversation about getting older and the impact on your body. And we just had a beautiful conversation. And yeah, so just whatever. And the young person who was filming, we had another conversation on board as well. And it was just a really nice experience in the end. It started out with me hurting because this person, there was clear malice. There was malice. Yeah, so it ended up being a beautiful story. But that was just boarding. And then it got worse. No, there was a number of little things that happened on board. Nothing big, nothing that requires a report or anything, but it all just added up to be a sense of chaos when boarding. Boarding is very difficult. Everyone wanted to move seats and blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, it was a day. So we had our 2-hour, 15-minute flight from San Antonio to Fort Lauderdale. We sat there for 3 hours, and then we had a 5-hour, and it turns out 5 hours and 18 minutes or something like that to get here to Las Vegas. It was just a long day. Blah, blah, blah. There's 7 minutes and 20 seconds of your life you're not getting back. Tough. All right, so I am going to go home. I've got some food I can eat at home and love on the cats, give them some treats, and just honestly go to bed, go to sleep. I'm tired. I've got the next 2 days off, and then I think I either have a 1-day or another 3-day trip coming up, but we'll find out together. I'll take you with me when I go. In the meantime, I will see you later. You have a great day and fly safe and try to be empathetic to other people. You don't know what they're going through. All right, I'm going to stop there. Bye. Fly safe.